Yo, what's up, guys? Trying to get that morning work in. I'm just gonna be walking. Just going on a walk. It's a nice Sunday walk, you know? Make sure that I'm ready for tomorrow. Yo, thanks for the like. Let me just get this all set up correctly. See if that's better. Oh, I'm just trying a new setup today, guys. Trying to I got some new tools because here at the gym they're like, oh, you can't be doing that, and so I like had to switch up all my stuff, switch everything up. Gonna take me probably a couple tries to make sure that to get it just right, you know, or whatever, but they said I couldn't use a tripod on the floor. So I got to figure out how to do this some other way. Anyways, guys, yeah, it's just a nice, chill Sunday. See if that holds. But yeah, I mean, just got to learn to like change, you know. Understand that's life. Understand maybe you want to change in some way. You want to be more versatile, you know. I like to think that everything comes from a place of control. Yeah, I'm just working with this new equipment. I got to figure out exactly how it works. Okay, that's how that works. Yeah, I mean, what's there to talk about, you know? Should I always have something to talk about, or should I acknowledge the silence? Okay. This is challenging. This is very challenging to try to get this to fit their standards, whatever those are. Anyways, I kind of feel like I like with this look, I belong in school, you know? It's like, where do I belong? School. Schoolboy vibes. It's kind of where I feel like I've fit in, you know, most of my life anyways, but so I hope, again, you know, as I always say, I hope everybody's having a good day or a good night so far. May your life be full of light. And may your life be full of joy and peace. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you. Well, what do we talk about today? How do we remain like open-minded? How do we remain open-minded? And does remaining open-minded always make us seem quite contrarian? Ironically enough, I think maybe being open-minded leads to a place where you're very contrarian. You're very, you know, vocally pronounced against almost everything. And why would being open-minded lead to being something that is pronounceably against a lot of stuff? I think it's because if you truly are open-minded, you are continually seeing outside of every conversation. You never give way into any one conversation and any pathway that leads to your believing that that is all there is to hear. So then what you do is you're continually making these arguments and making up these conversations that allow you to break free of any conversation, which leads to being quite contrarian. So that's how I think open-mindedness lived in its fullest becomes this thing where you are basically, you know, working against everything all the time. And so that you don't necessarily get caught up in the details. You can sort of switch your perspective anytime and switch back to being somebody that is open-minded again. Continually being open-minded. I think the world works in a lot of ways like that, where there's sort of these trick plays at the end of something reaching its maximum. Thanks for the like. Thank you. But yeah. I mean, we don't necessarily have to contemplate, you know, life's meaning and all this other stuff. We can just enjoy a walk, you know, walk and talk and see who shows up. And I think, you know, this doesn't have to be too much more than that, right? So if only, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like my phone is my companion. It's like this thing that's always beside me, you know what I mean? Like a gun on the hip. It's like I am in the Wild West. I'm ready to shoot on demand. I go nowhere with the, you know, without the idea of being able to pull mine out first. Maybe this Wild West does exist, you know, but it's sort of an idea that's in our mind, like everything. And in time it becomes, you know, it changes. The perceptions of what things are and how they operate changes. So yeah, you know, I'm look like a distinguished gentleman in this Wild West that we have. But I kind of feel like today's a quiet day. You know, there's not necessarily anything that's popping up anywhere that is telling me to pursue something or, you know, try to make something attentive. It's just sort of minority day or something like that, you know, like maybe I need to try to give attention to things that I don't necessarily give attention to. I'm not sure exactly what those are, otherwise I probably would, but you know, maybe I need to give attention to some things, maybe people more. Maybe I need to be more attentive to just individuals and people, and be somebody who relies on, you know, other people. I think that's probably one of the biggest things I struggle with, is relying on other people. Is the idea that, you know, other people are going to keep things straight. They're going to keep things straight, and they're going to keep me straight as well. So I think that's one of my biggest hurdles, one of my biggest challenges. So maybe I can sort of try and work on that and try to understand people a little bit better. Try to not be so caught up in my own dialogue and other things. But yeah, anyways, just testing out all this new equipment that I got, since I was sort of told that I had to use other equipment here in the gym or whatever. So just decided to go for it. All right, if they're gonna make me change things up, then I'll just change. And so the first thing I did, like right after they told me that, was I went to the store and bought some new equipment. Hopefully not, you know, make anybody feel like there's something that somebody shouldn't be doing that needs to be paid attention to or whatever, or the majority doesn't agree. I think I am the minority though, you know, to an extent. Like in this place, I am definitely the minority. And you know, it's a little bit difficult to accept that for some reason what I think is true, and it's just like the way I think. Thanks for the like. Thank you. It's just for some reason what I think is true is like completely, you know, just out and away from everybody else who lives here. And it's what I believe, you know? And it's hard to communicate with people when it's like, it's almost just the way I think now. And it's just how I've had to deal with, a lot of it I think has come from just dealing with the world that just seems so built by chance and all these things. So I had to sort of come up with my own way of describing heaven and hell and the afterlife and everything like that, because I just felt too much like being a part of somebody else's story. And if there was one thing I could do to take control of my life, it was to tell my own story. You know, and if I sort of create words, maybe they say something very similar, but you know, I certainly use different words in a different order and sometimes make up some stuff. And to me, it feels much more like, okay, I'm more safe because, you know, I don't rely so much on other people. Like, I just felt like living in such a huge conspiracy. I was living a conspiracy theory, told that anybody who, you know what I mean, raised with certain beliefs, I was told that anybody who disagrees with me and says this, basically it's like Satan. And you just have to have faith and don't listen to what they say. So I had to try and figure that one out for myself. See if I can't get this better. It's causing me problems, kind of. But yeah, I had to sort of figure everything out on my own. Looks like it should work, but then it doesn't. Might have to sort of try and figure this out in my own time somehow. But yeah, it's just like I've had to, I think it didn't drop and break. Sort of slippery on there. It's not really the best place for it to go. Anyways, I hope my microphone's working and everyone can hear me. Yeah. Maybe I'll try this. No one else is here, I can do this, right? Yo, what's up, everybody? That should work. There we go. Now there should be no vibration. But yeah, guys, thanks for the likes, guys. Good morning. Oh, yeah, they changed their mind. I talked to them and they changed their mind. I told them, I said, there's lots of people in here filming. And they said, you're right. We can't tell everybody not to film, so I guess you can too. But I just had to get some different equipment. They said I can't use a big tripod, you know? So I had to find and get some different equipment as well. You can hear me, right? With my new mic, I got a new microphone set up so I can sort of be heard better over the music. Hey, what's up, Faisal? Can you hear me? Can you hear me good? But yeah, they said I can't use a big tripod. I was just having a tripod that I'd stand on the ground. You can hear me good? Okay, thanks. Thanks for letting me know. But yeah, they were just like, you can't use a tripod on the ground. And so I said, okay, I won't. Then I'll just I got like an octopus thing. It's like has these little dangly legs. So I can like strap it onto stuff in the gym, you know, so it's not on the floor. Because they didn't say I couldn't use that, so. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Who's the first guy? I don't know. Everybody says it's you. Yo, thank you for the likes, guys. Everybody says it's you, Faisal. But I don't know what their name is or anything. I don't know who made the account or not. Yo, thank you for the likes, guys. This is just my Sunday walk. As you can see, I'm not dressed. You know what I mean? And like, and gym clothes, basically. I'm not dressed in gym clothes, I'm just dressed in clothes. But I like to go on a walk on Sundays. The clone isn't you? All right, I believe you. I believe you, man. It's not you. Yeah, I just go on a walk on Sundays. So yeah. Yeah, you know, like I always say, I hope everybody's having a good morning or a good afternoon or a good night. I was just talking about how, you know, the things I need to focus on a little bit more is, you know, understanding people and connecting with people and learning to sort of surrender myself to people a little bit. You know, because I'm sort of a minority, but maybe in my head they're a minority, you know, to me and outside of this place. So maybe I need to look into that a little bit. But yeah, had some little bit of a wild thought for a minute. Tried to sort of collapse things, you know. Oh yeah, I was talking about being open-minded. What episode of Elden Ring am I on? It's like, I'm still on like 68. I'm still on like episode 68. I just ended up reading a walkthrough. I was like, oh, this video's taking forever because he's doing like a 100% guide. And so I thought, I'm gonna just read a walkthrough book. So I found like a walkthrough online that just has it all typed out. And I'm like reading that too. But yeah, I was talking about being open-minded, and the irony with being open-minded is that like you have to continually be open-minded, which means you have to be sort of anti, you know, becoming so ingrained in towards what you're listening to. You have to almost be contrite towards everything. And I was saying, I think that that life operates off of like a very funny irony of opposites, where one of them ends up sort of positive and one of them ends up sort of negative, but they're saying the same thing, just in other words. You know, like male and female kind of thing. Like they say that, like, you know, what defines a male is an extension of the body or whatever, but, you know, then women provide through an extension in the beginning kind of thing. And so it's just like, you know, and men's is like later on in life is where it's more focused on. But yeah, I think life operates off of some like twisted irony. Maybe it's in other ways described as like poetic irony, you know, and stuff like that. You know, when people say poetic justice, I think that there's a little bit of twist, some irony in there as well, and sort of stuff. So yeah, that's just what I've been talking about. Did I get a job as a computer representative? I know. It's just Sunday. So, you know, I'm not dressed for the gym or anything. It's clothes. I'm gonna go out and like, I'm gonna go to the coffee shop. I'm not doing anything in here. I'm just walking, you know? I'm just going on a walk this morning, a nice Sunday walk. I figured I didn't need to dress in gym clothes. Yeah, you're fine. I can tell you're joking. I just didn't have anything funny to say back, you know? Is the only thing. If I would have had a funny thought, I would have said something back, but you know what, maybe I look like I don't have a funny bone in my body. You have a rabbit? Cool. I used to have rabbits when I was a kid. We would raise them for fun. And like they'd be pets, pet rabbits. Pretty dead here at the gym, you know. It's I could probably count how many people are here right now, like 40 people or something. It's like 40 people here. Maybe, yeah, maybe like 30. Maybe like 30 people. Yo, thank you for the like, thank you. Hey Presley, I'll play some Punch Out today for you. Well, they ended up saying a bunch of things, like, but ultimately what they said was I can't use a tripod on the floor. I can't like set up a tripod on the ground. They said it's like a tripping hazard. So I went and got an octopus thing. It's like, it has like all these dangly legs, you know, and I can like wrap it around stuff. So right now it's just wrapped around the arm of the treadmill. It's not on the tripod. Because they were just like, it's a tripping hazard. They said it's a tripping hazard. But they changed their minds on the filming thing. You're a joker. Yeah, you are, Faisal. But like at first they told me, they were like, you can't film. And then I said, you know, well, are you gonna tell everybody they can't film? Or are you gonna like make an announcement to everybody in the gym? Because I can look around right now and see people like filming TikToks and Instagrams and YouTube shorts, taking pictures for their family or friends. And I was like, are you gonna tell everybody? Are you gonna tell everyone they can't do this? And then they changed their mind. They said, okay, you can film. They're like, you can film, but you just can't have a tripod. Oh, you're going to a Super Bowl party? Play this week, all right. Is the Super Bowl today? Obviously, if you're going to a party. I'm pretty sure my family's having a party. I just don't keep track of any of that stuff. But I'm pretty sure my family said they're having a party, so. I'll be at a party too, probably. I actually have to clean up a little bit for the party. Yeah, just a nice chill hangout day, you know. Eat some food, eat a lot of food, right, at the party. That's what I always do at Super Bowl stuff. I always just eat a bunch of food. That's all I do, is just like they bring me a bunch of food and I just eat all the food. Everybody makes a lot of food. Okay, yeah, I'll make sure to stream it sometime you can watch, yeah. Chiefs versus Eagles, yeah. I think everybody wants the Eagles to win, but everybody says the Chiefs are gonna win. If I'm not mistaken, you know. You know, especially my family. I think everyone in my family wants the Eagles to win, but they said the Chiefs are gonna win, so. I do look like a computer, like an IT guy or something, don't I? It's kind of funny. Yeah, I just figured I'm not doing any exercises. Like today is just sort of rest and just just do a little walk for an hour or whatever. You're a Cowboy, so you hate Philly? What's my most hated month? Well, where I live in Utah, like December, they try to make December all fun because they say they have Christmas, but it's like, honestly, so the winters are so hard here, they're so harsh. It's like you're trying to stay warm the whole time and you can't get warm. And it's like everything dies. But Utah's just, they say Utah's an extreme place because then like in the winter it goes like below freezing. Like today it's below freezing. And then in the summer it's like 110. It goes from freezing snow with like feet of snow to then like 110 in the summer. So they say Utah's an extreme state. And it's full of organisms called extremophiles. But yeah, Utah is very hard in December. They try to make it like a lot of holiday stuff so to make it easier on everybody, but it's still hard. It's like everything's dead and stuff. You hate July? Why is that? Why do you hate July? Yeah, you want to know who else is a Cowboys fan, Presley? Is Tim the Tap Man. If you've ever seen Tim the Tap Man, like live stream. He's a big Cowboys fan. Was no holiday in July. Oh, that's why. Here we have a holiday in July. It's called like Independence Day. We like shoot fireworks off and stuff. But it's very hot. It's super hot. You've been a diehard Cowboys fan your whole life? Yeah. I'm not really a diehard fan of any team or anything like that, but when football comes around, I usually say I'm like a 49ers fan. I just used to play with a football that was a 49ers football when I was a kid. And like some of my cousins were 49ers fans, so, you know, with like, was it Jerry Rice and Larry Fitzgerald? Used to be the people that played on there. I don't know anybody now, but yeah, when anyone asks, I'm just like, yeah, I'm a 49ers fan. So. Yeah, the Super Bowl should be fun. When I was a kid, it was always about the commercials, right? Like it wasn't even about the game when I was like growing up. It was like, oh yeah, like these commercials are like so funny. They always tried to make the funniest commercials. And I always thought that was kind of cool growing up as a kid. And then for like a week after, everybody was all obsessed with the commercials that they had and stuff. I think being a fan can be rough, you know what I mean? Like just having so much emotion placed on a team and basically how much money they're bringing in, you know? Oh, nice. That's fun. Having it at your house. Yeah, we're having one where I live too. I actually have to go clean up after this before everyone shows up. I just remembered. The 24th, a holiday in July. It's like July 4th and the 24th, yeah. It's like both days. Yeah, it's the 4th, but in Utah they celebrate the 24th as well. It's called Pioneer Day. So the 4th is like Independence Day, you know? And then the 24th is what, in Utah they call it Pioneer Day. Because like Utah was settled by pioneers. It was like people in like covered wagons, like walking across the plains of America, and they came to Utah and settled it. And they're all pioneers, is what they're called. Yeah, it's just I think it's just a Utah thing. So you can light fireworks off on the 24th too. Here you can at least. Yeah, you light them off on the 4th, but then also, like I said, on the 24th. I'm getting a little sweat going. You know, probably just a nice, good, just light day sweat. Just walking. Can you guys hear me better or worse with all this stuff? I was like, oh, I think this will help in the gym. Like me trying to talk to people if I have a mic on. You like April? Hey Faisal, Presley was asking you a question. I love the desert for some reason. You know what I mean? I love the desert. Just the idea of all the glittering sand and palm trees and stuff. I think it sounds cool. I don't know, have you ever seen the show Aladdin? Like the Disney show, if I saw Aladdin. I used to watch that a bunch as a kid. Celebrities in April 17th, I'm not sure what you mean. I don't know what the connection is between celebrities and April 17th. Almost done. Got like 1/10 of a mile left. I think this is really good. It's good to just get up and get out and do something, you know? A lot of people here go to church today. There's probably some churchgoers here, but probably for the most part, everybody here is like, probably doesn't go to church here. Oh, holiday? Okay, I got you. I understand. You probably meant like celebrations, not celebrities. Yeah, I think April here is called the spring. We have March, we have St. Patrick's Day, then we have April, and we have like Easter. We have Valentine's Day coming up soon. We have a lot of holidays. Oh, it's Syria's Independence Day, okay. Gotcha. All right, guys. My mile walk is done. I'm gonna head over to the coffee shop now, so. Anybody who wants to go hang out with me there is welcome to. Thanks for the likes, guys. Thank you. How many states? 50. There's 50 states in the United States. Pretty easy to remember. But I'll see you guys. I finished my nice Sunday walk. Got a little bit of exercise in today, you know. But I'm gonna head over to the coffee shop now. So anyone who wants to join me there, I'll see you there, okay?